Hello, middle schoolers. Welcome back to Language Arts. So, the other day when we met, I had you watch a video called Change the World. And so today we're going to revisit that. So, I asked you to watch this video and just pay attention to some of the life lessons and piece of advice that was given in the video. So then I asked you to watch it again and make a list of at least 10 pieces of advice or life lessons that they gave you in this video. Okay, so if you all take a look on Google Classroom, I posted a slideshow called Change the World. So if you'll take a look at that slideshow, let's just review what we've done so far. So change the world, be motivated. That's what this is all about, is getting us motivated for this school year. So you viewed this video one time, the first time as a class. Now you were supposed to have watched that again. You were supposed to have been paying attention to the advice and life lessons given. And you were supposed to have written on a piece of paper at least 10 life lessons or pieces of advice given from the video. And hopefully you wrote these in your own words, just kind of taking notes as you're viewing this. All right, so now that leads us to today. Now I want all of you to take a look at your list of 10 pieces of advice or life lessons you pulled from the video. Hopefully, some of you got lots more than 10. But you might have gotten some that say, don't back down from the sharks. When I wrote that one down on my list, I put quotes around sharks because we don't really mean sharks, do we? Most of us won't encounter real sharks in our life. So those sharks might be some of the bullies that you might encounter, just some people that make your life complicated and difficult and maybe make fun of you and things like that. So don't back down from the sharks. Stick up for yourself. You might have come across one that says respect everyone. You might have had one that says have hope, or measure a person by the size of their heart, not by their actual size. So hopefully you came up with a variety of these. So now I want you to look at your list and choose one of those pieces of advice that you feel is most important to you, as the slideshow reads, one that speaks to you, that perhaps represents a strength of yours, or maybe represents a weakness, something you need to improve upon this year as an 8th grader. So on a loose leaf piece of paper, I want you to write an essay focusing on some of these ideas. Which one did you find most important? Why did you choose this as the most important? How does it relate to you? What does it mean to you? How is this a strength or a weakness of yours? How can you fit this more into your life? There has to be a reason out of all of the pieces of advice and life lessons in this great video. You chose one. There's got to be a reason why you chose this one in particular. So I want you to put a star next to this one. And that's going to be the focus of your first writing piece. Again, this writing piece is a chance for me to get to know you a little bit more, what's important in your life, maybe knowing what a strength or a weakness is, maybe something you want to work on more this year. And then, of course, I want to see what kind of writer you are. So as you're working your way through this, make sure that you are demonstrating your best writing possible. All right, going to the next one, here are some requirements on this first writing piece. It should be at least a half a page of writing. I should see evidence of proofreading. So you're an 8th grader now. So some of those really simple writing skills that you have learned all throughout elementary and middle school, capitalization, punctuation rules, things like that, you need to put those into practice. You know those rules. Many of them have not changed, so prove that you know how to do those simple things. Write neatly and legibly, of course. focus on correct capitalization, punctuation, spelling, and grammar. If you have multiple paragraphs, each paragraph should have a topic sentence. And then, of course, I want you to show some creativity with your ideas and the depth of your message and what you're thinking. Whenever you write for an audience, and ultimately your audience is for me, I want you to really give your audience something interesting to read. That's really important, is keep in mind your audience. Put some of you in your writing. And then, of course, write from the heart. This is more of, well, it doesn't have to be really serious, but just a meaningful piece. What is important to you? All right, so again, this assignment is due the next time that we meet. And so this slideshow is posted on Google Classroom. You can always go back and watch the video again. You can look at the slideshow and double check these requirements. But by the next time that we meet, I want you to have your writing piece all done and ready to go. All right, sounds good. Until we meet again, 8th graders.